Hello, my beautiful family. Woohoo! All right. I don't need to tell you that things are very intense, that the energies are very intense. You're going to look at me and go, yeah, right, got it. Feeling it, living it, yes, we all are. We're all feeling it and living it. So I thought I'd do this report today on 222 because also we have the full moon today. And we are coming in on the last part of the last anchoring of the Valentine's Day twin flame, twin energy anchoring that came in to show us, to show everyone, any relationship that was not for the highest good, any near twin, any false twin, any false relationship. That's what those energies back from that. We've been working on that, right? So we've been working on seeing what is not for the highest good of all, what's not for our highest good, what relationships needed to be released, what relationships we thought were based in love but were based in other things. Because in the higher dimensions and on heaven on earth, we don't have relationships that are not based from the heart, from other aspects. We don't hook up because the woman has no money and the man has a good job, and so it's security. We don't hook up with somebody because we're going to make pretty babies. We don't, or for whatever other reasons that used to be the way of the old way, the earth way. Because remember, in the 3D matrix, everything is inside out, backwards, and upside down. In the higher dimensions, when you function from the heart as one, it's completely different. It's completely opposite. And we're releasing the 3D matrix is collapsing because we are awakening en masse, and this is obvious. There's no stopping it. Because the divine energies that are coming in right now that are so intense. Not only that, but they are of a frequency that is so crystal, so it's almost like I don't even know the words to describe the colors that I envision when I see these energies coming in, when I feel them. Diamond, crystalline, sparkly, every color you can think of, combinations of colors that I didn't even know, colors that I have no words for, that kind of thing. That's what's happening right now. Those are the energies coming in. And so we're still in the energies of what was the twin flame portal, and those energies came in to shake up relationships of every kind, and to allow for the release of all relationships that were not for the highest good. So we're dealing with that, right? But it used to be that we would get hit by a huge energy, and we would all go whoa, and then and then we would integrate it, we'd assimilate it, and then we'd go play a little bit, and kittens and puppies and rainbows and all the good stuff. Well, now no. That's not the way. It's like we got no rest. You just boom, here comes the incoming energies from the 222 and the full moon. And this is a huge full moon. And so full moon, of course, tied to water, tied to the energy of emotions and healing of our emotional bodies. Because we're needing to heal from what we just went through of seeing that we have to release and let go of those that are not for our highest good. And that's really difficult. And that's because in our human mind, we think, right, that we're letting somebody go, and that we don't love them, or that, we need to love them more, we have, and so that's how we think. But the reality is that when we release someone that we love, we don't release the love. We are just releasing the part of the relationship that's dysfunctional. And that's a very big, big difference. I have lots of people I love with all my heart. Oh my God, do I love them. But you know what? I gotta love them from a distance. Because if they come into my life, they're in a different place than I am, and they bring drama and chaos, and you know what? I can't handle that. Remember that movie with Jack Nicholson, that and Tom Cruise, where Jack Nicholson is some sort of a few good men. That's it. And he goes, I can't, you can't handle the truth. I can't handle drama. I can't handle any of that, and neither can the majority of those that are going through their awakening process or that have already connected to their heart, because we know that that's not real and it's not for the highest good. We don't want to give energy to that, right? We want to be centered in our hearts. So right now we have the trifecta. Woo! We have still the energies of the twin flame relationship, the twin flame energy that came in for Valentine's Day that we anchored into the grids to show all that was not for the highest good of all. We have the energies of the numerical alignment of the 222 a portal, which is 2 being the beautiful message from our families. One, to have faith. Have faith. This is, everything is divinely orchestrated, and we are moving forward, and we've done it. We just have to let our outside reality catch up to us. And this is where walking in service and stepping into the unknown come in. And that's what's happening. I'm seeing across the board a lot of us. And this is happening to me. I'm about to sell my house. It might be like in a week. I don't know it's going so fast. Slip, sliding. And at the same time, I have no idea where I'm going. And I have my beautiful soul sister Eliza that's driving from Washington across country to come live with me. And which I'm so excited about. Oh my God. But we got no place to go. Because she's being asked to jump in faith. And I'm hearing this across, so many across the world that have fully stepped into their light and are walking in service. We're being relocated by the earth, by Mother. We're being wherever. That's what walking in service means, is that you never know where you're going to be needed. So, and on that, I know that sounds kind of scary, right? Like if I were to, when I tell people, oh, I'm selling my house in I think like a week, and where are you going? Oh, I don't know. They're like, oh, what do you mean? But so from their aspect, right, of their world, that's very, very scary, because you don't jump without seeing where you're landing. That's the old way. Remember, the 3D matrix is upside down, inside out, and backwards. So everything is different. In the higher frequencies, when you walk in service, in the higher dimensions, when you walk in service, you live in the now. So you don't know what's going to happen. You're just centered now, just experiencing. And there's great freedom in that. And truth is, I never, ever imagined, I never imagined any of this. Since my spontaneous awakening on August 25th, 2011, I had no idea what was going to happen, but I never imagined this. And it is so beautiful. But the freedom that comes with the not knowing, once you heal your mental body and you're no longer connected to the matrix, and you're not being controlled, and you're not being manipulated, and there's no interference, you really, when you just opened and walking in service, it's kind of exciting, because whatever is happening and whatever is going to happen, wherever you end up, is going to be for the highest good of all, and and that includes you. So I know that what's coming, I can't even imagine, but I have to step into the abyss. And we have to step into the abyss, and that's walking in faith. And coming back to my point, the 222 number. I know you knew that somewhere along there I was going to tie it together. Well, So on top of that, we have the full moon today affecting us, and we have the energies from the Valentine's Day stuff still affecting us. And now we already have the incoming energies and evolutionary source energies of Easter. And Easter, death and resurrection. And that's exactly what we are, because the old world is dying. The old us is dead. We are the brand new. We are the phoenix. We have come out of the dark night of the soul, and we're stepping out into the light and into a brand new world. And this is what we have been preparing for energetically, going back thousands of years through Jesus grounding the light. And then before that, Buddha and Allah, every single light worker that has prepared energetically for this. We have been doing the energetic work, but now This is a year of physicality. This is a year of 9. This is when things begin to be seen and felt. And so we have already the resurrection, the death and resurrection energies of Easter coming in and affecting us as well. And of course, it used to be, in fact, I was laughing today talking to myself. You know, gotta keep myself entertained. And I was remembering back like in 2011 or 2012, real close around there. Don't know, not today, but back then, and how we would get like an M-class solar flare, and it would affect us for like three 3 weeks or something crazy. We'd be all woozy, and then we would rest for like 6 months, or and then something else hit. Well, no, 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 no. Those days are gone. There's no rest here. The energies are so intense. These amazing, beautiful, divine source, evolutionary energies that are coming in are so intense. They're not allowing for anything to rest, because everything is being shown, and then as all that is still up in the air, more energy comes up, and then it acts in a different aspect or in a different way, affects us. To make sure another chakra or another part of us is healed, and so that's kind of what's going on today. I already am feeling the energies of the death and resurrection, the phoenix energies, right? Because in order for us to be able to fully step into our light, everything that was has to die. And that includes the 3D matrix and the old earth, right? And I also wanted to add a very strong message that I have been getting lately, which is, in fact, for the last 2 days, a lot of clarity from my teams, but a lot of clarity on this, and from my higher self as well, of course, that the archons, the archonic grid, that interference grid from the archons is gone. It has collapsed. Completely, it has collapsed. The frequency of the earth is going so high that, this is physics. This is quantum physics, this energy, that there's too much disparity, so they're falling away. And of course, we're rising up, because what are we? Oh, we're full of hot air. We're hot air balloons. And what holds the balloon back? Sandbags. So these energies that are coming in are so beautiful, because they are showing us very clearly, right? Every single soul, it doesn't matter whether they're just beginning their spiritual awakening, or whether they're already fully stepped into their Christ avatar self. These energies will continue to completely show you every single sandbag that needs to be pitched off, so that we can rise and fully step into our light, and fully anchor into the higher dimensional matrices or grids, 5D and above, because everybody is going to a different place. Not everybody is stopping at 5D. There's some at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, there's all over, right? Because we're infinite beings of expression. And why would we duplicate? Why would everybody land at the same place? It doesn't work like that. We all experience different things. So I kind of wanted to, especially today, and something that I've been noticing emotionally, we have to allow for this full moon. We have to not resist the emotions that come up, and because this full moon is going to affect us just like it affects the oceans of the world, right? Well, we're made out of what, 70% water? Our cells like 90% or something. So it's going to affect us. If it affects the oceans of the world, guess what it's doing inside our oceans? It's shaking us up. This is the spiritual centrifuge, right? That washing machine we're going through. And it's helping us heal our emotional bodies and release for the collective. And so what does that mean? It means we cry. It means that is the way to heal our heart. Because what we have been, and especially this is for the divine masculine, this is so difficult, because our beautiful hunkadunkas, they have been programmed to not that if they cry, it's a show of weakness. And they have to overcome that programming, that mental matrix programming that's an interference that's not real. And so many men, when they begin to cry, they shut down. Because they think it's wrong, right? They think, haha. And so it's very difficult. So we really need to support everyone on their journey at this point and realize that everybody's in a different place. There's 7.5 billion souls on this earth, and every single one of them has got a different DNA. And so these energies will affect everybody differently. They're so intense. If you are still working on balancing the chakras, then these energies, what they're doing is they're coming in at high frequency and affecting these chakras, and then they alternate and hit down there, and it so that you're constant the we are constantly being bombarded to where nothing can settle, so that these blockages in the chakras can be cleared. For those that are no longer in that system and have activated their higher chakras, and as we fully continue to expand and heal and disconnect from the matrix, right, our chakra system changes and becomes like the way I see mine is like like a rainbow pillar of light, and then it begins to expand into the turquoise and the bright lime green and the corals, because those are the higher octaves, frequencies of the higher dimensions of the 5D grid and higher. So that's that right now. This moon, combined with the energies of relationships, combined with death and resurrection energies, that's allowing for everything that needed to be released to basically fall away, die, because we are the phoenix. And we are rising from this. We are the hot air balloons, and we're pitching off the sandbags, and it's very, very intense. Yes, it is very, very intense. What to do? Well, honor yourself. Put yourself first. Whatever you do, put yourself first. Rest if you need to. If you have tons of energy, then go outside, connect to nature, right? Because the frequency of nature is at the frequency of the divine blueprint is at the frequency of love. So when we go out there, because of quantum physics and the law of resonance, the higher frequency will always draw up the lower frequency. So if you are down here and you're having a really hard day and you go outside, immediately you will raise your frequency and you will have clarity, and you will be able to ground these energies through, because that's what needs to happen. These energies, just you need to not resist them and let them flow through you. And then pay attention to what's happening. If you are feeling very emotional, if there's a lot of crying, then you know that you're healing your heart and that you are working on your emotional body. If you're feeling physical pain, right, where is the pain? Because that's pointing to the chakra where your imbalance is. So right now, if you are having issues with your home or with food, right, the survival issues, then you have a red root chakra imbalance. If there's issues or you're feeling pain anywhere in your reproductive area, well, that's orange chakra, right? That's the second chakra up. If you're having issues with yourself and what's going on with you and your empowerment, then you're up here in the yellow chakra. And interestingly enough, about 2 nights ago, I woke up and it felt like my low, I call it my low chakra down here, because I only feel either heart or I feel a lower frequency fully, like in my gut. So I know that every situation is just, to me, it's either heart or it's a lower frequency. My choice is which one I engaged with. So I had a very sharp, it almost, and it came and went all night. It almost felt like my whole self chakra, my solar, was being cleared or redone, but it physically hurt. It felt like I had like almost acid, and it lasted all night, pretty much on and off. And then by the following morning, there was still a little bit. So obviously that was what was affecting me. But then it moves around, and then before you know it, you're having headaches. So if you're having headaches, then you're dealing with the upper chakras. If you're having headaches behind your eyes, or if you're having that deep ache in the back of your in the middle of your head. Those are third eye. If you're having problems with your throat, of course, you're at the throat chakra. So you can tell by where the pain or the discomfort is what you are resisting, what you're working with. The beauty of this new way is that you don't need to understand it. You don't have to relive it. You don't need to remember it. All you need to do is just imagine the light flowing through you, and just let it just fall away. You just ask for it to be balanced. Remember, this is a free will planet, and you're a sovereign being. We're sovereign beings. Nobody may interfere with us. That was the old way, right? That was the matrix. We're not in the matrix anymore. The matrix has collapsed, is collapsing. And interestingly enough, I wanted to share that I very much have gotten the message that the Archon grid has collapsed, and that what I call the big burritos have fallen off, because this is energetically, it almost feels again like we've gone up a whole octave in the Schumann frequency. It's just like, oh my gosh, these energies are so intense, because there's also this amazing source white light crystalline grid energy that's joining. So this is like the trifecta. We have the energies of Easter that are already upon us. Thank you very much. We have the energies of the full moon and the 2-2 date. So there you go. We got that. And then we have still the energies of the twin Valentine's Day energies that we anchor the twin flame energies into all grids. So yeah, big stuff happening. The most important thing is honor yourself. Listen to your body. Try to drink as pure water as possible. And when you drink water, imagine the water as a being. In fact, it is a beautiful light being, right? But imagine it and speak with it and ask for it to assist you to release everything from within that's not for the highest good of all. And set that sacred intent that you are healing when you are taking in water. When I take in water, I imagine myself, I see in my mind liquid light coming through my body, and then I unify and I become one with that. It used to be at the beginning, though, that I would actually, every time I drank water, I would think liquid light, liquid light, liquid light. That was how I trained myself. Now I don't think that anymore. I just have the vision. And that's how we master our mental bodies and our emotional bodies. We become aware of where our imbalance is, and then we work to release it with ease and grace, because what you resist persists. And this brings me to this full moon and crying. Cry, right? Healing of our emotional bodies, and especially for our beautiful divine masculines, our hunkadunkas. They've been all their life, they've been programmed that men don't cry, and so they have to overcome that programming that's tying them and attaching them to the matrix still, and the matrix is falling away. So we have to completely disconnect from the old matrix, from the 3D matrix, in order to completely connect to the higher vibrational timelines, the higher vibrational matrices, the higher dimensions. So how to do that, how to assist, how to speed up the process. First of all, don't stop yourself. If you begin to feel that you're going to cry, give into it. Feel it with every ounce. Just allow yourself, and whatever emotion comes up, you just let it go. And if there's anger, and if there's hate, and if you're dropping the F-bomb everywhere, as you're working through this, and you just speak, those moments when you're like, it's okay. We're human, right? We're evolving. We're an evolving species, and we're the bridge builders to that evolution, right? Because otherwise we'd be extinct. But we're human. We were always meant to feel emotions. That's the beauty of it. We just weren't supposed to keep them locked up. That's what blocked our heart chakra. So when you cry, imagine yourself that bricks around your heart from all the fear of loving, right? Because that's really what we're dealing with here, is the fact that we are love. Love is all there is. So in this earth experience, in the old earth experience, we were trampled. We experienced what love is not to further understand ourselves that we are love, right? And so we became fearful to love. We got to the point where it was the thinking was, well, I'd rather not love than be hurt like that. And that's what everybody has to overcome. And so that's why we have to cry it out, because that heals our emotional body, and we have to heal our emotional, our mental, our physical, and our energetic bodies, and align with our spiritual bodies. So all that has to happen. These energies are doing that. We are being like rags and being shaken up. So stay strong. The best way to do it, how I did it, because I always do things differently, of course, my way. I don't do it the old way. I do it my way. Netflix binges. If I was watching something on Netflix and it made me cry, I would watch it over and 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 over again until I did not shed one tear and felt absolutely nothing. And that's how I knew that I had healed an emotional aspect of myself and released and collapsed all that came with it. That means all the timelines where you experience that collapse when you heal. And then the beauty of that is you pick those timelines for a particular experience, for a particular gift and understanding to bring forth to this timeline so you could assist in the shift. We all did this. So when you bring forth and heal all those aspects of yourself that were out there, right, in different timelines, you bring back that knowledge and you know it in this timeline. So this is all part of the divine plan. So if you are feeling emotional, cry it out. Drink lots of water, honor yourself, do a bath. Lately, I've been putting a bath with Himalayan salts, with crystals, with lavender oil, doing my Merlin's magic, music that I adore, that's been with me all these years, and it's still my go-to. And I've been just asking when I get in the tub to co-create healing with the water and assist me to release toxins and whatever it is that needed to be released with ease and grace. So that's another thing that you can do. Ask for water to join you to create healing. Ask for the fire within to burn away everything that is not for the highest good. Ask for the air, the sacred breath of life to come in and clear your heart and clear your lungs and clear yourself. Ask for, and then go out on the earth and share that, and ask for the earth to assist you. Become one and with all that is, and use every single tool that you can think of to get you through this. Take responsibility, because no one's coming to save us. Which is one of the huge triggers right now that's going on, is this whole disclosure thing. And all I can say for that, and I've always said it, I've been writing it for years, and I'm going to continue. I've been writing it since 2011, and I'm going to continue to write it. I know that my light family would never, ever, ever land on a ship anywhere on this earth if it induced 1 ounce of fear from any soul at all. Even if it was a little grandma that happened to be peeking out her window and saw the ship and it frightened her to death. If there's fear, if there's an ounce of fear, if it's tiny, itty bitty, minuscule, it doesn't really matter. All right? Just keep that and take that information and keep it in your heart and see how it feels. But I do feel that our light families would not come down because there can be no fear. They wouldn't want to shift that energy, and because if there's fear, you lower your frequency, and then you're feeding the matrix. We're not supposed to feed the matrix at all. In fact, the Heart Collective, the last of the soul group that is the Heart Collective, the last light worker or whatever. I don't even really use the light worker, but the last of the Heart Collective, of the light tribe, whatever, the last soul is about to fully disconnect from the matrix. And the minute that happens, the Heart Collective as a whole, because we came in as a soul group, right? we will completely disconnect from the matrix. And when that happens, almost like an entity. And when that happens, right, then the big burritos, what I call the big burritos, um, will fall away because they can't hold the frequency of the higher vibrational timelines, and because the matrix doesn't have enough energy to feed them anymore. That's why I'm really want to once again really state that I really feel in my heart, and as I am just understanding and downloading a ton of information, the archons, the grid that held them has fallen away. That interference is gone. And really that's kind of cool, because really if you think about it, the first wavers, we came in to anchor in energies, right? And we've been doing this for well, it started thousands of years ago with Jesus and with Buddha, and all that. That's what those beautiful souls were doing. They were anchoring in, preparing energetically. It's taken that long because the world was in such a dense space. But now this is starting to become physical, and this is the year. So I don't even know. I'm trying to share information so that ultimately everything is actually more divine than was expected. That's what I keep hearing from the teams. It's like they just, I mean, every time it's like thumbs up, thumbs up, some thumbs up. Things are they're amazed, right, by what we are doing here, and by the power of our love, and by the power of our love for this earth, for this beautiful creation. And as we go through a period, and all of us have gone through this, right, where all we want to do is go home. And that's a very strong spiritual initiation, a lot, because we have to work through that and realize that this is home. That home is always within us. We're like a turtle. We carry our home with us. So when we go past that, of the wanting to go home, and we overcome that programming, then we realize that we are home, and that's kind of where we all going to be. And in fact, it's exactly what we're going to be. And then we'll be fully anchored into home, into the higher dimensional grids. And because humanity has chosen to ascend with ease and grace, then now as we fully anchored, and we're as a soul group, creating ascension timelines. Now the massive awakening of humanity, of all the souls that wish to ascend, is beginning. And it's already beginning, and there's mass numbers of humans that are having spontaneous awakenings like I did, or that are just awakening really fast. And of course, what's happening first? Well, they come out, they get blasted with information. And that begins the path. Well, first they have the inkling or the feeling that something's not right, and then they start to get information, and it starts to trigger them, and those are the beginning stages of awakening. So just know that everybody is on a stair-step process, because we can't raise the frequency of a planet overnight. The whole planet, a third-dimensional planet, would go kaboom. And we know this. So it has to be one soul at a time. So please honor yourself and your path, and also honor all the other souls as well. Because even the ones that are just beginning their awakening, right? They're right here, right? And they are beginning the process, and they don't know, and they are having a very different experience, and it's nothing like our experiences, because we awakened in a very different frequency and level of consciousness. The humanity is going to awaken very quickly to a planet that is resonating super high compared to what it used to be. So things are going to happen very fast. And remember that, because it's very easy, and I see a lot of not judgment, but just kind of, well, like oh goodness, what am I trying to say? It's kind of like, oh well, they're just awakening, like somehow that makes them any different. Well, dude, we were all just awakening. You need to remember your awakening, and you need to remember how difficult it was for you, And then you need to have compassion, and you need to step into your full Christ avatar self, and spread that compassion to everyone. And those that you need to release, know that you are not releasing the love for them. You are releasing the dysfunctional aspects of the relationship that was in the 3D matrix. But it doesn't mean they're going away, because you don't know what's going to happen, right? And I always tell people, look, I was standing in my kitchen on a Thursday afternoon, and the light went through me. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. So we need to have faith right now. We need to have faith. We need to look around and pay attention to every person that comes into our life, because they're hugely important. And then we need to release. We need to release the outcome of how am I gonna, right? We just need to set the intent, and this is the new way of manifesting. We need to set the intent. We need to join with the love in our heart to that intent, and then we need to release the outcome, and then watch for signs and synchronicities, and we will be guided, and we will end up where we need to be, and we will manifest what is needed for the highest good of all. And we are there. We are there. So please hold tight, yet let go. And know that you're hugely loved. Know that you are hugely supported. So please remember, Free Will Planet, ask for help. We are source sovereign free. We're sovereign beings. So in order for us to receive help, we have to ask for help. In order for us to be gifted, we have to open up to those gifts, right? And this is us getting out of our own way. So right now, honor your body. Know that yes, we're all getting slammed. Try to understand and pay attention to what's happening in your world, and then try to remain as neutral as possible. If you are triggered, forgive yourself and take yourself out of the picture as fast as possible, and then do all the different tools that you can do to center yourself back again. And don't hold it against you. You're doing the best you can. So if I was triggered this morning, big time, actually hung up on somebody after calling them a potato head. I called them back, of course, but so it's okay. It's okay. Just at this point, know that everything is divinely perfect. Know that we are the phoenix rising. Know that humanity is awakening. Know that all the big burritos and the powers that think they are, they're dying. They're collapsing. They're exiting. They just don't have the energy. They're being seen. Everything that is not in truth, the light is shining on it. And this includes healers. This includes healers that have been talking the talk, but not walking the walk. That doesn't work anymore. Not if you want to access the higher vibrational dimensions. It doesn't work like that. In order for you to be a healer in this new world, you need to be healed yourself. Otherwise, you can't heal. The energies it's a different matrix. We're in a different place. We're in a different grid. This isn't 3D anymore. So if you call yourself a healer and you're talking it and doing a good talk, but you're not walking it, it's over. It won't hold. It will come out, and that's what's happening right now too, which is freaking a lot of people out. That they're what they consider to be a lot of their spiritual leaders, right, or spiritual gurus or whatever, all of a sudden are taking big falls, and they're being seen, and it's really really bringing a lot of people into a spiritual crisis. But that's all exactly for that reason. It's so that they are seen, so that they can be released, and so that we can continue to expand and heal ourselves so that we can heal others. So that's also been an interesting, fascinating aspect of what's been happening, especially since we stepped into our and anchored the Christ consciousness across our grids over Christmas time. So, tons of stuff happening. I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know where I'm going. I know nothing about nothing, Jesus. And I am probably the happiest I've ever been, and I am at the most peace I've ever been, and that's what awaits everyone. And listen, if I could do it, me who used to think that chemtrails were pretty excess in the sky and who thought fluoride was good and who didn't know GMOs existed and who, yeah, that was me. I didn't know what a chakra was. I didn't know 1111. I didn't know numbers meant anything to me. So that was me. If I did it, anybody can do it. And in fact, we are all doing it. We got this. We got this. It's a beautiful process. I will keep posted. I wish I could write more, but I keep crashing electronics. I can't. My batteries, my cell phone and my iPads, they can't hold charge. Every time I try to get on Skype, it crashes. So there's all sorts of stuff happening. It's all wonderful. We have done it. Now we just have to allow ourselves to step into the new world, into the new earth, and we are there. And we have reached the surrendering part of our spiritual initiation, and we must surrender everything, including what we thought we were going to be doing, where we thought we were going to be doing it, how we thought we were going to be doing it. It's all gone. And this is when we then fully step in service. And this is the surrendering aspect. And this is the releasing the need to know. And then when you release that need to know, you know yourself that you have done the work and that you have mentally cleared and healed your mental body. It's by releasing the need to know. So, gave you tons of information. Like always, enjoy. As I say, take what you need, leave the rest. What resonates with you, it's beautiful, and if it doesn't resonate, it's beautiful too. It's discernment of energies. Ask for help from your team, and honor yourself, like I said, and know that the world and our world and in our individual worlds are about to change in ways, miraculous ways that we can't even begin to imagine. Not with this. And since miracles come from our heart, they're miracles, right? So they don't make any sense. All I can tell you is that 2 weeks ago, I had a lien on my property, and somehow, through some law that passed, it went away. It fell away. And that was, of course, that was what I call the legal burrito, right? Because it's an off-world burrito trying to hook me back into the matrix, and trying to keep me there. And it just fell away. The debt fell away. And it wasn't real to begin with. There were a lot of laws that were not followed, and stuff like that. But anything that is like that is coming to light in all our personal lives. And so everything we were interfered with, everything that wasn't that was done in secret or was done against us, or whether by legal means or whatever, is being shown, and it's happening to everyone. So look for signs, follow your heart. And if you need to take yourself to time out, take responsibility for yourself and take yourself to time out. Okay? No one's coming to save you. You got to save yourself. You have to do the work. Everybody has to do the work. The beauty of it is the kind of work that we used to have to do, it's not like that anyway. All you need to know now is just know you have a particular imbalance, and then you don't need to even address it. You just ask for it to be released with ease and grace, and call upon whatever or whoever you are guided from within to assist you. Whether it's water, fire, the elements, whether it's your light team, whether it's it doesn't matter. You just listen to you and know that you are right on. Your intuition is right on, and this too will pass. And on the other side of this is heaven on earth. It really is. I know, because I'm about to be there. I have my beautiful soul sister Eliza moving cross country. Talk about a leap of faith, right? She's moving cross country from Washington, and we don't even have a home. She don't even know where she's going. It's happening. My beautiful soul sister Faith is helping me find a home. We've come together. My beautiful soul sister Michelle is about to embark in an amazing quantum jump that we all know it, and she's cleared and she's done it. and she has completely released the matrix. So yes, it is done. It is being done. The matrix is collapsing. The archon energy has fallen away. The big burritos don't have enough energy to keep them going anymore, so they're falling away, right, into lack of. That's what service to self is. Lack of experiences, because they have to take in order to fill, because they can't stay balanced. We of the Heart Collective, we don't take outside of us. We don't need anything outside of us. We're all fueled from our heart, from right here, from our beautiful hearts. And yes, we all have beautiful hearts. It's just some hearts are more covered by bricks of what love is not than others, and some hearts are more hurt than others. And so that's where compassion comes in. Hold the space for all those that are awakening. If you feel something, and ask yourself, is this mine, or am I transmuting for the collective? Because when we awaken, we don't just transmute for us anymore. We transmute for the whole collective, and sometimes that could be 1,000,000 souls. So that's the kind of work we're doing, right? So give yourself a break. Right? We're evolving. Because in order to go from Cro-Magnon man to whatever it was, the next stage in human evolution, they say, was, right? In order for all that to happen, you have to have had a group of Cro-Magnon men that evolved into that. Otherwise, the species would have gone extinct. Well, guess what? We are the group. We're the ones that are leading the human species, the evolution of the human species from human, right, Human, and the matrix, and forgetting, and ascension, into the human, Hueman, that will walk the higher vibrational earth, because the lower human can't, right? You have, in order to walk the higher vibrational earth, you have to be in your heart. So that's why all of this is happening. If you have any questions, please email me. I can be reached through Facebook. I post a lot of personal things on Facebook. I can also be reached through lightlover1964.wordpress.com. I have a YouTube channel, Maria Bethencourt, where I haven't had a chance to do too many videos, but I'm going to work on that. That's my next stage, as I finish all my own personal clearing, and as I fully quantum jump, as we are all preparing to massively quantum jump. As I quantum jump into my new, then I'll be able to begin to do all these things that I'm ready to do. And so is everybody else, because the day of dreaming and the days of wishing and the days of wondering are over. Now we are into the days of doing. We're into the days of showing. We're into the days of coming together as families and gaining our strength from that. And let me tell you, it's happening for me, and it is the most amazing, beautiful experience I could ever imagine. To be surrounded by soul family is a miracle, a blessing. And that's coming for all of us, and it's coming for you if you haven't gotten there. Faith, faith, faith. Ask for help. Honor yourself. Forgive yourself. Remember, you don't intentionally wake up in the morning, and say, well, how am I going to mess up today? No. And how can I mess other people up today? If you're in the heart, no, you're not like that. So give yourself a break. Forgive yourself first. Honor yourself. Love yourself most of all. And then you will find that everything else will fall away from you that's not for the highest good, with ease and grace. Set that sacred intent, and just know that everything is divinely perfect, and it's going to be amazing. And it already is. It really, the feeling, the peace I feel, the joy, the happiness, it's indescribable. It's worth the hell I went through all my life. It's more than worth the hell I went through all my life, since the minute I was born and abandoned at a hospital in Argentina. So deal with the issues, cry if you need to, do whatever you need to do. Don't even give it any thought. Don't try to understand the why, because really ain't nobody got time for that. Just release it. Ask for everything to be released with with ease and grace. I have written a declaration of sovereignty. My Arcturian aspect wrote a declaration of sovereignty. It is very powerful. It allows you to release everything not for the highest good. So you may want to read that if you need to, or there's many others that have written beautiful works. It doesn't really matter. Just know that there's many tools out there. Ask for help and ask to see what you need, and what you'll find is that the answers will come to assist you, and they'll feel right. And it's all about you. If it feels right, go. If it feels up in your heart happy, go. If you feel down here that something's off, like a twitch or a twig, don't go. That's a lower frequency. That's a matrix timeline. That's why it becomes easy to do. Either if your heart is yes and you're happy, go. If you're not, don't. And that is how we discern between timelines and frequencies, and this is how we become multidimensional beings and are ever able to navigate the different dimensions. So, all that, more information. It was supposed to be like a 20-minute thing. It ended up longer. I love you all. I am here for you. I am here to assist. I'm here to walk in service, and I also am going myself through a lot. So if you're trying to reach me and you're having difficulty, or I'm not getting back to you, please know I am trying to do it all, but I also have to honor my own process. Plus, I have to understand the downloads that I am getting so that I can further expand myself and then assist others. So stay in your heart, love yourself. Remember compassion for others, and then if you start to lose it, take yourself to time out and get out in nature, and you will have clarity, and this will pass. These energies are so intense, but they will pass. So everything does, and the other end is beautiful. Absolutely, it's heaven, and we're there. So love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me, and blessings and namaste and all the good stuff. And Sally's over there sleeping. She says bye.